What's going on, comic book junkies? Nighttiger Comics here, and the Greekto's trying to get me to love him. Let's run an intro here if we can find one.
Watch Nighttiger Comics.
Nighttiger Comics. Nighttiger Comics.
Nighttiger Comics. Nighttiger Comics.
Yeah.
You never know what you're missing. What's up? Hanging out in the comic room. I know there's nobody watching. I don't know if anyone's. This was the impromptu, which I like to do. Got home early. Got a day off tomorrow. And boo, it's cold here in Florida. I just went through a really bad snowstorm yesterday out in southern Alabama. But I got a bunch of comics here. Got an unboxing. And trying to figure out what StreamYard's trying to tell me here, that they're not recording anymore. They say I'm out of storage space. I don't know what that means. I hope you're all doing well tonight, staying warm wherever you're at. I know we got some cold temperatures here across the country. I cannot record. Okay, I don't know how to delete my recordings. It says if I have no space, so I guess this won't show up on YouTube after this is over. I don't know. We'll see if anybody gets in here. So I'm going to put this on in. Choo-choo. I thought I might get one viewer. So I wanted to do some giveaways. Let's see who shows up. So how do I free up storage on my StreamYard account? How to free up storage on YouTube. How to free up storage on StreamYard account. Go to your past broadcast selection. Where's that at? Go to past broadcast section. Select the recording you no longer need. Click delete. Okay, settings. Recording. Please note recording settings are stable while live. I don't know what that means. General. Media assets. Past recordings. What the heck? Boy, this is the longest I've gone with nobody showing up here at the comic room. Agreed, at least you have me here. Let me see if I'm live. I don't want to do that. I guess I'm showing up here. Yep. I guess I'm showing up here. All right, man. Must be everybody's going to bed tonight. Let me text a few friends. So I don't know how Gratu does this because I don't want to start doing stuff until anybody shows up here. This would be boring. Okay, we got 2 people watching. Okay, chime in, would you, please? Okay, so I busted all my slabs out last week, except for a few. I had 2 people watching. Now I got 0 again. Okay, so I busted out all my slabs, and except for a few, this is one that I got. I got 2 books out of my collection slab myself. So I'm anti-slab. I figured if I'm going to tell people not to slab, I at least got to try it out. So I got this one slabbed when I got it. I actually got 2 of these for $1. First appearance of Power Rangers in comics. I gave one to my LCS owner, and then he paid for this CGC grading. And why do I have Gold Key Comics on there? How do I get rid of that? Banners. I don't know how to get rid of that. Man, there's a way to get rid of that too. I don't know. Boy, I must be doing really bad, man. Create a banner. Okay, well, I guess that's better than the gold key. Oh, you say I'm going to play with this, and I never do. Media assets. Customize your logo. Won't let me do that. Boy, I had 2 people show up. Guess I'm boring. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to ever break this one open. And then this is the second one that I got slabbed myself. I was looking for this issue for a long time. It's the scarcest of the prints. It's the 3rd print newsstand. Got a 7.0 on that. So anyways, those are 2. I have really no reason to break them open. I don't care about modern comics. And I think at some point I'll probably just give them away. For now, I haven't broken any of the Marvel keys yet. Okay, I see 2 there. Reveal yourself. We got a giveaway. So if you show up in the chat, you may be eligible to win a pretty cool giveaway. This one I will break open at some point. I broke all the Golden Age books open right now because those are the ones I want to read. 3.5. Okay, I don't know who you are. You keep fluctuating between 1 and 2 viewers. I don't even know why I keep this in a bag. I think it's stupid. I mean, you don't want a bag and board it so you get it slabbed, and then you put it in a bag anyway. That makes no sense to me. Here's another one. I'll definitely break this one open at some point because I want to read it. I traded a box of comics for it. What is this? First Alpha Flight or first cameo? I think this is first full Alpha Flight. Why doesn't it say? First full appearance of Alpha Flight, Misty Knight, and Colleen King appearance, John Byrne cameo. And then we have Battlestar Galactica on the back. I actually used to have a blue Cylon shirt back in the 80s or late 70s. I don't even remember. Wow, was there a football game on or something? Let me post on Facebook. Huh. That is rare. Okay. Ju-pa-ju. Man, I'd like to give away this cool prize. Hey, love.
Hi, handsome. Do you have a video there?
I'm live.
Are you kidding me?
No. There's the wife. We got one person watching, but they won't reveal who they are.
Here, take a picture of me.
Hold on. I got a huge prize. I got a huge giveaway here. I was hoping a bunch of people would show up.
One person, you kidding me?
We got 3 now. 2. Oh, hey, Psychedelic. What's up, brother? Okay, I got a big giveaway, so I'm waiting for more people to get in.
They say as it is.
Okay. You want Negrito in the photo?
He said, I don't want to be there. Okay, good night.
Good night, babe. You didn't get a kiss?
Well, move the camera.
Oh, big
over.
deal.
It's nobody's business.
Look at her hair.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I broke all my slabs open except for the Marvel keys. I don't have a whole lot. This is a signed book. I do have a raw copy, unsigned, signed by Dick Ayers, creator of the Golden Age Ghost Rider. What is this? CBCS slab. That's probably why I got it cheap. I don't even remember what I paid for it. I know it wasn't a whole lot. I think I may have traded some books for it, some box of comics. I know I traded for this 4.0. I was wanting to get this, and I remember I think it was around $400 at the time, like right around the end of the COVID. And I did not want to pay that. I think I paid about $170 or something for this book. And now it's probably way worth less than that. First, third night, something like that. All right, now we got some people lining in here. So I did it impromptu. That's what I normally like to do. What's going on, Darth Ken 81? Stick around. We got a big giveaway. I am one of us. What's up, brother? Psychedelic Comics. He's tripping me out. It's cold here. I bet you it's cold where you're at. You can see I'm dressed warm. Boy, what a snowstorm I drove through yesterday. I couldn't believe it in South Alabama. It was like when I drove through Montana during the winter several years ago. I got that big banner up there. I don't know why. I'm going to take it off, but I got this gold key thing and I don't know how to get rid of it. New comment. -5. Woo! Missing Mars. What's up? I went to sub you up, Mars, but you don't have any videos on your channel. Okay, I have a big giveaway here. I'm going to give away in a little bit after I show some books a whole priority box. I don't know what's in it. I just packed up 5 of them. Charla, what's up? Oh, nice. Enjoy it while you can. So I'm going to give this away to one lucky winner tonight. And I can't believe that these cost almost $20 to send out now. So there's 50 comics in here, mostly modern, early 2000s to maybe, I don't know, 2015 books, something like that. A lot of Batman-related titles. Could be some 100-page Walmarts. I'm getting rid of all those. And then one of them some of them have some Bronze Age DC War mixed in with them. So that's going to be going to someone. I have a trivia question in mind. I actually didn't get a chance to look up the answer. So that will be in a little bit. So I busted all my slabs out, all my Golden Age slabs, except for these 3 Golden Age ones right here. I probably will not bust this one open. I would love to read it. I probably will, but it's going to probably be a few years. Jerry the Jitterbug cleaned it for me. He sent it off to get graded. And that's the only reason I really don't want to break it open. But I do want to read it. I want to read this thing. I have not got to read it. He did a great job, cleaned up the cover, and had a water stain that you could really see that was prominent. He cleaned it up. You could barely see it now. What is this? It's a key. First, some Mr. Mind thing. First physical appearance of Mr. Mind. Captain Marvel visits Los Angeles. Chapter 6, Monsters Society of Evil Serial. And I noticed a lot of the themes in the Captain Marvel books is he travels to different cities, prominent cities around the United States. Because I know it's Los Angeles in this one. I have a St. Paul, Minnesota issue. This book I fought for on auction. It's missing part of a page. Other than that, it's a really nice copy. I have a lower grade that I read, so I don't have to crack this one open. I have another physical copy of this. Just a great owl cover. I love this book. And when I got it, the first, I got the raw copy, and it's just one of my favorite books in my collection. I love that trope of the giant villain or superhero on the cover, either holding the villains or holding the superhero, vice versa. Just a great trope. I think Bill Finger may have started that. No, Jerry Robinson, I believe, is the one that started that trope with the Batman titles. Obviously, Dell's ripoff of Batman. There's the Owl Girl, Owlmobile. But just a cool-looking character. I love that purple costume. And then this one I picked up recently from my LCS in Gainesville, Florida. Matt Baker, mid-grade copy. And I don't know why. I don't want to crack this one open. It's just a great one. I don't want to diminish the value right now. I don't know. I bought it with intention to sell, but I don't sell books. So I'm going to show the books that I cracked in a minute. But I definitely probably will not sell this thing. But for now, I'm not going to crack it. So what did I crack open? So the books I cracked open, this is this one right here. This was a gift from a friend, Jesse Lynch. Shout out to him. Planet Comics, number 44, September 1946. I actually just read this the other night. Had fun reading it. Actually, now I've read a lot of Fiction House, and Fiction House is usually good with great writing and great art. This one, the art was just not really that good. Seemed rushed or very amateurish. Stories were not well thought out. I'm not sure if I read another Planet Comics. I have a few in my collection, but of the Fiction House that I've read, this is probably the worst. But it does have a great cover. Nice, good girl. And who doesn't want a Planet Comics in their collection? So I broke that one out. What else did I break? I'm getting there, peoples. I broke this one out. Now I'm trying to collect all the headline comics to issue 30. I probably got about 75% of them already. Of course, there's a few big books with Hitler on them, which are expensive. But number 12, Spring 45, with Genghis Khan on the cover. This was a 3.0. I paid $161 for that. Junior Rangers in the Heroes of Yesterday. Just a cool looking cover. They do a few of the covers in blue, and then the rest of them are in red. But really cool. It's got that Golden Age look to it. It looks really sweet. Spring of 45. So that's one I cracked open. What's going on? Yoga Fire. Jerry, hey, how was dinner, Jerry? Did you get the risotto? I just bought a huge book and I was texting Jerry. Actually, Jerry showed it. He bought the same book. And every time he shows these cool books, man, I start looking for them. So I was able to get a copy of Wiz Comics number 154, the second to last issue. And it's got a really cool kind of horror cover with Dr. Savannah's head on a big lizard. There you go. Oh, I love pistachios. Those are so good. What do you think of this sweater my wife got for me? I had to show it off. So the next one I cracked open is a 2.0. So when I got my first COVID checks, I said, I'm going to buy some Golden Age All-Star Comics. I really wanted some Golden Age Green Lanterns. And there was a seller, I don't remember the seller's name, but he was selling these like dirt cheap. I forget what I paid this. I think it's like right around $120 or $30 I paid for this. And one of these I did read digitally. And I tell you what, I hated it. I hated the experience of reading it digitally. And I can't wait to go back and read it for real. But I haven't got a chance to. This thing is so big, I had to put it in a bigger Mylar. I think this is the 8-inch Mylar, Golden Age Mylar. So some Golden Age Green Lantern. Has Dr. Midnight story in it. Hap Hannigan, nobody cares about him. I think the thing was World War II flying pilots was a lot of different characters. Just beautiful for a 2.0. It really does present well. It's missing some of the cover, but you can barely tell. So what is Green Lantern's Alan Scott. And then they made him a homosexual. I cannot believe they did that. I was so pissed when I found that out. So I broke that one open. What's up? Mark is here from Four Color Commentary in Oklahoma. I'll bet you're freezing. Thank you, sir. You just popped in, Jerry. I showed your book right here that you cleaned for me. I said one of the ones that I don't want to break open. But eventually I'd want to read it for real, but it'll be one of the last ones in my collection that I break open. Tell you, yeah, man. Not only that, I remember when I opened up one of those lenticular marbles, and Iceman was walking down the street on the splash page with his boyfriend, I ripped that thing to shreds. I was so pissed. Oh, man, sorry to hear that. Hope you guys get well. There goes the camera again. Jerry, give me your email address here. And we'll put it on the board. Everybody can email Jerry. So this one's a 3.0. This is, I didn't tell you what number that one was. This is 53. And then this one is 81. I remember at one point I had no All-Americans. These are the first two All-Americans that I bought. This was from the same seller. I'm telling you, I think his book was like, it had to be 150 or less, if I remember correctly. This is from 1947. And I remember as a kid, I used to go through the Overstreet Price Guide books, pick them up at yard sales, and just salivate over those glossy colored pictures they had in them, thinking I'll never, ever own any of that stuff. And now I have four issues of All-American. And I'm not a key collector because keys cost too much money, especially those Golden Age ones. So if you find these in between issues, you can get them for a pretty decent price. I paid $80 for this one. Or $94 with shipping and tax. Just picked that one up last year. I actually did some amateur work on it. I did some piece fill. It had some big pieces missing out of the spine. So I took it apart. I did some piece fills on it. Used some archival tape. Put it back together. It's pretty solid. The hardest thing about pulling books apart and working on them is putting the staples back in. And these books are thick from the Golden Age, so it's really hard to get them in there, get them back in the right holes. You got to ever ready. Add right there. I figured this book, I'm never going to sell it. I don't have plans to. And I have fun just kind of restoring books on my own, seeing what I can do. And so, yeah. And then this one I busted open. I can't wait to read this one. This is a Fawcett book. It's a 2.0. And I always say I want to have at least one issue from this series in my collection. And I have number 8. Spy Smasher. Wax the Japs. Very cool. So I can't wait to read that. Look at that encampment down there with the troops. Japanese plane flying over. He swings out onto the landing gear. Breaks his window. Kicks him in the face. Come on, guys. That is so freaking cool. This book can be expensive. I was actually to get it. I don't remember how much I paid. I know it was. I know I wouldn't pay more than $150 for it. It was a 2.5. And this book, because it's a hanging cover and a bondage cover, it goes for quite a bit of money. Rangers Comics, number 38, December 47. Joel Doolin cover. The famous Fiction House Fade. Yellow and orange fading. She's hanging right there. Look at that horse, man. Look at the look on his face. Great cover. I love this poncho thing this guy's wearing. Kind of tells you it's like maybe in Brazil or something like that. Got poncho on there. South America. Okay, let me look at these comments. I cracked them all, man. I cracked all the major Golden Age ones. Okay, so did you put up your... Yes, I am cracking them all. You know me, I'm anti-slab. So I cracked open this one. This was the last one of the Golden Age that I needed to crack open. I've cracked open a bunch of them over the last over the last year. This was a 3.0. This has some beautiful art in here. I'm not ready yet. Look at that cover. Kit West. Check out this splash. I was paging through this thing. This is a really thin comic, but I did the page count and it's complete. Oh, and you guys need a wallet? This first story has some great art with it has the devil in it. All in red. Check this out. Okay, it's got a detached cover. Oh no, it's still hanging on by one staple. Check that out. Check out those legs. It's got some violent panels in here with blood and stabbing. But some really good panels. Look at this guy's got a devil handprint on his chest. She goes through the whole story with her shirt almost ripped off. I got a few issues of Cowpuncher. I remember when I didn't have any Cowpuncher, and I was like, they were so expensive, especially during, I don't want to keep mentioning that. I don't know if this video will get marked or something. So the devil has like a brander. He brands his handprint on people's chests. Really cool story. As far as I can tell, I haven't read it yet. But all the stories have some really great good girl paneling. Another bondage panel. I hear nobody's wanting to take a chance on getting their stuff graded by CGC right now with all the bending going on. That's okay. Like I said, I just bought a big book. So, guys, I got a book that was marked delivered. This happens. It doesn't happen as frequent, but it happened again. Said this book was delivered yesterday and nothing showed up. This is a big book. Let me see if I have a picture of it. It's a huge book. It's a Sensation Comics, and I contacted the seller to have them check it, but I just went ahead and filled out the missing mail form, and it's pissing me off. I mean, this is a big book. I thought I had a picture of it somewhere. Are you kidding me? I don't have a picture to show you. I thought I had. I was gonna. I didn't get it because I thought I had one here. Let's see if I can. Hold on with me now. I got to show you this book. It's really cool. It's a Wonder Woman Golden Age. All right, I can look it up quick. Sensation comic cover with a ghost. Here it is. I knew I'd find it quickly. So this book was supposed to be delivered, and it didn't show up. So I better find that book because it's pissing me off. I paid $135 for that. And it's all complete. I've never seen that one for sale. What's up, Lyle? Library 88. Oh, well, South Alabama's thawing out. I took one major highway and it was backed up because they had wreckers out pulling people out, driving home in the semi. So I switched direction, got up on another interstate. Then it was blocked again about 30 miles down that one. So I took all these back little county roads through Alabama and Georgia, ice covered, just so I could get home. It's unbelievable how many people don't know how to drive because of a snowstorm. So anyways, yeah, so this book was supposed to be delivered today. They're on tonight. Oh, that's right. It's Wednesday. I forgot about that. I just had some time. I like to jump on when I can. I was going to be hanging out in the room. I forgot they were on tonight. Oh man, I'm probably stepping on their toes. But yeah, this book didn't get delivered. So I'm kind of apprehensive, because I definitely don't want to lose this. Ah, I forgot the fossils were on. Man, I feel terrible now. Dang it. Anyways, I got a book here I came in the mail I bought from Quality Comics. This is a Macro Boy cover, a very scarce book. Now, I tell you guys, I'm different. The books that I buy, I am never planning on ever getting rid of them. So I trimmed this book to make it look nicer. So I took a nice, sharp, fresh razor blade and cut off the frayed pages that were hanging out on the edge. But it's the Killer Sci-Fi Macro Boy cover. Okay, so I'm doing a giveaway tonight. I'm giving away a box of comics. This thing is, there's 50 comics in here. And one of these boxes I packed with a lot of those Walmart 100-page DC books. So if it's that one, I think it has 45. So this thing is full. And I'm giving it away tonight. I got a trivia question. And I tell you what, I got to look up the answer because I saw it on a video that I was watching this week. And I wanted to use it as a trivia question, but I never looked up the actual issue. So let me see if I can find it. Okay. I did find the answer, but not the issue. So I'll look this up on Key Collector. I bet you I'll find it there. This Key Collector, man, it's a great app, but it's also the catalyst for prices on comics going through the roof over the years. It's so easy now to look up if anything's a key, and then you could try to sell it for more money. So it's like a double-edged sword or bittersweet. Is this who it is? Nope. Huh. It doesn't show up in here. That's funny. Huh. Okay, I got part of the answer. Oh, come on. Okay, bear with me because we're going to do a trivia soon, and you're going to need your... Here we go. Gosh darn it. Oh, he appeared on a show, too. I'm still not finding what issue he was. They give you a whole history, but they don't tell you where he first appeared. Okay, let me see if I can look this. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me because it's worth the giveaway. Hey, man, I can't. Here we go. No, that's not right. Oh, man. I'm going to have to come up with a different question because it's not coming up. I was looking for who. There was an issue in the Golden Age. What's up, Funk Comics 814? There was an issue in the Golden Age where Superman had a brother. I can't find it. So I'm going to have to do a different trivia question. So give me some time to think of it. Let me show some books I just picked up. So if you guys know that, I'd like to know. What's up, Gamma Ray Comics? So I'm doing a giveaway. I got to come up with a trivia question. I'm giving away a priority box of 50 comics. I just picked this one up and I read it. It was really good. I paid with shipping and tax probably more than I wanted to, but it's a nice high grade copy. And I paid $45 with shipping and tax for that. But I was surprised at this story in here, which was really good. Disney comics are always golden age. I've never been steered wrong. They're always fun to read. They make me laugh out loud. Great Christmas ad. Look at this. 5-year subscription for $4. You can't even buy one comic for $4 today. I'm always looking for Christmas Golden Age issues. But this was a good surprise. This story right here, Uncle Remus and Bear Rabbit and his tales of Bear Rabbit. Bear Rabbit would make such a great cartoon. He's such a diabolical character. Now, I don't know about you guys. I prefer my comics to be as tight as I can get them in the Mylar without damaging them. I don't really like the white showing on the sides. I don't know why that camera keeps doing that. Okay, I got to come up with a trivia question. What is a good trivia question? Oh, man. It's like I can't. My brain's not functioning now. I'll think of something. This was cool. I got this for $5. The shipping actually was more than the comic. And there was a seller I was watching in real time while he was posting books. And every Golden Age book he put was $5. And I got 2 of them. This book actually, they have it at my comic shop for $50. A 7.0 copy. So it's a hardcover Golden Age from 1944 of Blondie. 100 of the best selected comic strips from Blondie. Here it's $1. You can get it on my comic shop with shipping and tax. Probably almost $60. I think it'd be cool to own. I don't know if I'd want to pay that much for it though. But for $5, this was a nice, decent copy, and it took me 2 days to read it. And what I love about Blondie is it's relatable through all the ages because it's about daily life. But there was one in particular I really liked where the neighbor or some guy ran into his car, and he quickly ran out and started assessing the damage. And like, okay, I need these 2 bolts. That's a penny. And my light's going to cost 5 cents to fix. And I thought, wow, the times, man, the times have changed. Trivia question. Ooh, I have a good one, but I can't remember the answer myself. Let me see if I can come up with the answer. It has to do with Blondie. Now that I want to find something, I can't find it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm trying to find a particular name of a character. This character appears in the comics, but when I watched the television serial, it never showed up. And now that I want to find the name, I cannot find it. What's great about this comic, it's got a history of Chick Young, his daily routine, how he came up with the idea for Blondie, and how he goes about coming up with his creation process for his 6 strips per week, or 7. He has 6 dailies and he has 1 Sunday color. Okay, I got to come up with a trivia question, guys. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to unbox this while I'm thinking about it. Let's see what your comments are. Okay. Hulk car. What issue is that? Yeah, I found a couple brothers. But I'm looking for the one from the Golden Age. His brother was Earl. 80. Yeah, that's the one. I couldn't find it. That would be my trivia question. You add your DNA to these books, you touch them, they become part of you. The one that had the pink suit, that's the one I was looking for. Superman number 80. Okay, I bought this from Quality. I think I paid. He had 45 on it with free shipping, so probably right around $50. It's a higher grade. I think it's a 5.0 copy. Trying to get all the good girls out of this run. I think there's 3, and I have the two of them now. The third one's not quite as prominent. She's kind of in the background. I believe it's an Ogden Whitney cover. But this is a really nice one. I had on my watch list for a while. He actually dropped the price by $5. He's got free shipping. I said, okay, it's time to go ahead and purchase this book. I like to buy Golden Age books that have some kind of investment value. So either like a horror cover, good girl cover, some kind of trope that makes it desirable. This way, if I ever decide to sell my books, there's something that collectors would want that'd be more desirable. Now, I don't mind getting just regular normal issues if I can find them like super cheap. So these books here with a certain kind of investment value, I like to get them around $30. 50's okay. Any more than that, I get a little nervous if I got to pay more. It's got to be a really, really good book. So this was total for this book was $48. Quality Comics. I don't see a signature on this, but here you go. Beautiful book. A book like that, I'm gonna put a Mylar, looks great. on your comic shelf when people walk in your room and they'll look at that and go, wow, that's interesting. Great art. Ace Carter. Captain Adventurer, Captain Crossbones, Lance Larson, the one-man army. Now tell me, isn't that a beautiful book? She's got some sexy high heels on. ACG, yes, ACG. It shocks me. I thought comic book prices were dropping, but I'm seeing a lot of books that I bought over the years when they weren't anything anybody knew about, and now they're going for like tons of money. It shocks me, the prices. So I normally put 2 boards in the Mylar. If I can even get away with 3, I will. If it doesn't start wrinkling the bag or the book, I like to have like a really, really hefty feel to my book when you pick it up and look at it. We'll put that aside. I'll have to put the issue number, how much I paid, where I got it, what day I received it. Anything ever happens to me, then whoever goes through my collection will have all the information they need right there. And then I'll put it in my CLZ app. Okay, I got to come up with a trivia question. Where are we at? Oh, yeah, we got to come up with something. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. This is the trivia question to win this box of comics. Now I'm looking for the first appearance of this character in what issue. Oh, I see what's happening. Every time I bump the table, that camera goes off. I'm looking for the first appearance of this character, and it was in, I believe, a promotional comic that had to do with a product. The first appearance of, and you can put in the comments here, get your Googles ready. Oh, wow. Get ready. I want the first appearance of, I'm going to look it up first just to make sure that I'm correct. Get your, see, according to this, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm thinking of the wrong character. Hold on. Okay, let me look this up because comic key collector is not always correct. This is going to be too easy. Okay, I'm going to make it harder. Okay, you ready? Here it is. 2 characters named T, T-E-E, and F, E-F-F, appeared in this Harvey comic, which was a promotional comic of a product that kids like to eat. So tell me the name of that comic They named the comic after the product. TEE, so these characters were the mascots. TEE and FEFF were the mascots for this popular product of the time, and Harvey did a promotional comics with it, which had Top, Little Dot in it, Casper there you go, Charlotte got it. Okay, but you didn't give me the name of the comic. But that's good. That's enough. She got it. Dang, girl, you win everything. Little Dot, Tasty Freeze. So Charlotte came in first. It's Tasty Freeze Comics. Okay, Charlotte, this could be yours. I got to stop doing that. Or you can gift it to anyone you want. Let me know. I got your address already. Yep, Tasty Freeze Comics. You got it. Boy, I think that was too easy. Okay, Charlotte's the winner. She gets this box of 50 comics. And it's going to go right here. I already got her address. Okay, so everybody in the chat, I'm going to do some live shows over the next few weeks. I have 4 more boxes, priority boxes filled with 50 comics I'll be giving away. So anytime you see a live show of mine, you'll know that someone will be winning. You can only win the box one time. So back to the comics. Congratulations to Charla. She is on the ball. I always thought that Richie Rich's first appearance was in Tasty Freeze. Anyways, here we go. February 48. Pick that up for my comic shop. 35 with the shipping and tax. Another winter cover. Really nice. I haven't read this one yet. I want to see what it looks like out of the Mylar. Don't buy cheap tape. So I bought this cheap tape from Dollar Tree. And every time I go to open up a bag, it breaks. From now on, I'm going to be buying 3M tape or name brand. I'm getting tired. It does it every single time I go to open a book. Look at the back of this. So it's promoting the animated show. Yeah, the painter tape is good. I like the fact I like transparent tape, but I know I agree with the painter tape. So we got that. It was nice, actually, when I was going through those back roads today, those county roads with the semi. It was just such beautiful scenery. And then there was 4 fawns that jumped across the road. I'm going to have to come up with a harder trivia questions in advance. I have to make like a list of trivia questions. I got to quit banging the desk. So got this book. So when I buy some Golden Age books, I'll contact the seller. If they don't give a lot of pictures, then I'll ask them what the page count is. I'll look up the book, look up the page count, and then ask them to count the book. So, oh, it is. So this one is complete. I asked the seller to check. It has 32 pages. They're all there. Now, someone told me that on Facebook that this is the first Wally Wood art in comics. I asked him where he got that information. He actually has this book slabbed, and I guess CGC added it on the, what do you call that thing up there? Now, I didn't know that. When I look up Wally Wood's first comic book art, it doesn't mention this book. So I don't know how true that is. I actually haven't really read this yet or looked through it. I did page through it. So that's Woman Outlaws number 14, February 49. This is the Canadian edition by Superior Comics. And I guess this one is the rarest of the series because it's the only one that I cannot find scanned online and in any databases. That gives me a hint that's probably the more scarcer of the issues. So I was telling you about that seller earlier. He was listing books in real time, and I kept just refreshing eBay. And he sold some pretty good books. He actually sold two famous funnies from the 1937 for $5 a piece. I should have got them. I didn't. He sold Wings number 16, first Captain Wings appearance. I can only assess it was missing the centerfold because he said it was incomplete. And then I got this one. This is the one I always looked at. It's probably the least desirable of the Good Girl covers, but it was $5. With the shipping and the tax come out to like $12, so it was $17. Fiction House, of course, you got the color fade again. Wolves on the cover. I posted on Instagram and I filtered the book out. Was able to bring some of the color up on the picture, make it look better. I bought this from England. All in all, it cost me $33 with shipping. But this was fun to read. I do have the Tar Baby issue. I read this. I think Bear Rabbit's probably one of my favorite Disney characters. He's like Bugs Bunny on steroids to me. I think they probably Looney Tunes probably got influenced by this book, by this character with Bugs. That was fun. I read it. That was a fun read. These are books I haven't done a video on yet, a proper edited haul. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. You know, I try to find stuff that's super interesting, and then I know if it's interesting to me, it will be interesting to other people. $15 for this book on eBay. It's low grade, but I could not pass this killer book up. Number 34. So with tax, shipping, it came out to $20.73. I have quite a few of these books. I found another one. Where did I get this one? I got a high grade book. Oh. I think it had a spine roll, and I pressed out the spine roll, and it came out really nice. So for a high grade for Golden Age is probably 5.0, maybe 5.505. Where did I get this? I got this at my comic shop for $43. Can't go wrong with a nice shark cover. Another trope that I collect, shark covers. I paired this with the first appearance of Dolphin because the color scheme is just about the same on Instagram last year. But for $15, $20, I'll pick that up all day long. The original Tarzan is much different than what you get today, much different than Marvel's and DC's. He was really violent. He used guns. He piloted planes. And he wasn't averse to killing the bad guy. Yeah, we all need that in our life. Definitely. Man, it's getting cold in here. Try not to turn on the heater so I don't have all that noise in the background. This is an interesting book. I tried to find the American version, but I could not after I see this on my comic shop. And I paid $32 with shipping and tax. This is the UK version, but it's completely the same. It's color inside. This is from February 1952, but just a cool It was a movie from 1952, The Man from Planet X. It's actually Fawcett Movie Comic number 15. I could not find an American version or try to assess how much it goes for. I did read it. For what it is, it's really not that good. The art is pretty like high schoolish. The story is very, very plain, straightforward, no characterization, no subplots. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was because it's definitely Golden Age, but I think the cover is the coolest thing about it, and just the name of the title, The Man from Planet X. And this, I always think, what will look cool on my comic book shelf in my room? Now, guys, I didn't always have this room. When I moved to this house, I had 4 kids living with me. I think at the time I only had 3. I think my daughter was in the university in Utah at the time, and she was only 16, but she was the two of my stepdaughters were extremely intelligent. My wife homeschooled them. They both went to university when they were 15 years old. But anyways, the youngest was here, the other 2 kids. So I didn't have a room yet. So my family room, I took like 10 comics, took push pins, put them on the wall, and then put all my comic boxes underneath. And I had a little like pillow on the floor, and I had my little space, like in grade school where they have like the library corner in the room where you can go sit on the beanbag chair and read. So I didn't always have this comic room. So it wasn't until my youngest daughter moved out, I took this room over and I started making like a mom and pop comic room or comic shop. Okay, I think I showed this already. I picked this up recently for my LCS. Bought this for $50. I'm going to work on this book. I'm going to pull the cover off and soak it. And my LCS owner said if I pull it off and I can make it look really nice, he wants me to do some of his books and he'll give me store credit. So, and actually, I don't really like to work on other people's books because I'm afraid if I damage them, then I got to pay for it. But when he said store credit and he's got a $400 book in there I want, I'm like, okay, I'm in. So it's got some staining up here, or some like yellowing staining here. That should come out pretty easy when you soak the cover. But the hardest part is reattaching the cover. It's not cleaning is the easy part. Hetty of Hollywood, number 37. I actually looked up sales on this book, and it normally goes for right around $100, even in this condition. So I thought that was a good buy. This is a book I picked up I think a couple of years ago. When did I pick this up? Back in 23. But flamethrowing cover. Battle Cry. 1954. There's some really good covers in this run. I think I have another one back here. Oh man, I have some cool books over here. Oh no, I put it away. Oh, nice. Do you have the Canadian ones, or do they have Canadian versions? What's up? Immortal Biggie Shack is in the house. All right, brother. I know. Check out this one. I'm telling you, if you check eBay constantly, like I'm always like every couple hours I'm checking new listings because I've lost a lot of books, but I've found a lot of great deals. There was a book the other day. It was a Matt Baker romance, and the guy listed it for $50. And when I clicked on it, it already said item sold, and I hate that. But other times Here's one of the books I found. High grade book. I paid $27.50 with shipping and tax. In this grade, this book probably you can get a good $100 or more out of it. I mean, it's a really nice copy, and I got painter's tape on it. But you got to be looking for these books. You got to be constantly looking for them. You'll find a lot of low grades for $30, but I got a high grade for $30. Because believe me, after I found this one, I kept looking to see if I can get any more. And all I could find was low grades, and they wanted $30 to $50 for them. I don't know why they had to put the fat chick up front, but they got the good chick in the background. I guess it makes for a good comedic cover. Let's see who's texting me. Oh, something about my tax statements. Another book I picked up a high grade. So I saw this book. I thought it was cool. And I looked for the highest grade I could find. Because it's a really good trope. The concrete shoes in the river. So what did I pay for this? $36 back in 2022. And now, I don't know if it's because I've been showing the book over the years. This book, you can't get a high grade for $22. No siree. Headline Comics. There's very few of the crime issues that people desire out of this series. The first couple are Joe Simon, Jack Kirby, 28, 27 to 30 or something like that. Maybe 26 to 29. They have all good girl covers. And then after that, there are really a lot of plain covers through the run. But there's this one, and there's, I can't think of any other ones. She's fluffy. Fat chicks need attention. Fat bottom girls make the world go round, man. Oh, there's nothing wrong with. I didn't say there's nothing wrong with them. Yeah, there's a good. Isn't issue 1 a electric chair cover? Oh, I think there is an electric chair cover in here too. This is another book. No, the guy wanted $50. What did I bought this so far long ago. I don't have the date on it, but he didn't want to come down. This is a high grade copy of this. So it was $50. I remember I tried to get him down. He wouldn't come down on the book. I forget who does this cover. But now if I try to find this book for $50, it's all low grades. And I think this is a one-shot from Standard. And then after this issue, Atlas used the title for a series. But look at the gun, the bullet holes up there, or the bullet shots. I think this is a one-shot issue from Standard, and then the next year, Atlas started using the title. Oh, what's this? Schaefer's Best Way to Fill Your Pen. Script. So that's what I started doing probably back in 2019, 20. I was just learning about Golden Age, and then I realized I started scouring like for those trope covers, higher grades. And back then the prices were different. Here's another one. You can't get this book at the price I got it for anymore. So it's got the skulls and the crossbones, another trope on the cover that people want. What did I pay this? $34.50. So you see a theme, it's like around $30 that I'm trying to pay. And a really decent copy of this. And then every time I find them at that price, I try to find 2 or 3 other copies, and I can never do it. But you just get that one seller who doesn't sell a key sell. He just sells books. Here's another title that am trying to pick up. This one had some damage here, and I had it on my watch list forever. And finally, the seller sent me an offer much lower than what he had on it. I think he had like $50 or something. And I just couldn't spend 50 with that damage, but for 30 with shipping and tax. So I think he sent me an offer for 25. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. It was I read this one. It was really fun. My sister took my man. My type of guy. Look at nice blues, pride romances. It's a learning process. It's fun. It's fun learning. When I first got into Golden Age, I was just happy to buy Golden Age. So I would buy what I call, I don't like the term, but like junk books, like war or crime, like Headline, or like you said, Justice Trap. But there's so many in that run of just plain books that they don't stand out really. But when you're first getting a Golden Age, you're just happy to get a book from 1948, 52 that's pre-code. And then you start learning. You start learning that, hey, there's certain books that other collectors will pay more money for because they have this on or that on. Skull, Crossbones, Sharks, Good Girl, of course, Vampire or Dracula, just all these different things. This book here is the big book that I bought. And it's got a cool history that I didn't know about until I researched it before I got it. Well, I'll go ahead and show it. And I don't have the other book with me. I wish I did. So I bought Sharp Comics number 2 last year, which is a very scarce book. Let me get this over here. So if you can find these books in a used bookstore or a flea market or whatever, you should pick up these photo journals, guides to comic books. The first 2 issues are Golden Age. The second 2 are Marvel. You don't need those. Now I got these. Now they're getting more expensive. I actually paid more for the shipping than I did for the books. I found them at a used book site online. And I did a video on my channel. You can go back and find it. And I thought it was a pretty good video. It's only like 8 minutes, but it really gives you the history of this book. And before I show you this, let's look up some history about it. And I just found this out. So last year I picked up Sharp Comics number 2, which in itself is a very scarce book. Supposedly there was Sharp Comics 1 and Sharp Comics 2. Okay, let's get there. So you can see this. So this 2 books has about maybe 65% of all the Golden Age books ever printed. And actually the author does a scarcity scale to tell you how scarce the book is. Now these books came out in 86, and the author actually wanted to make a price guide to compete with Overstreet, but he got screwed by a lot of people in the industry. But he had all this photos already. He had done all this research, compiled all these photos, gone to different collectors, taken pictures, high grade resolution pictures. And actually, this is a really high printed volume. I mean, you can smell like the petroleum from the ink. So he used all that resource he had to make these volumes. And it's really the most comprehensive collection of photos of Golden Age comic books. Okay, Sharp Comics, Shadow. Why can't I find it now? Shadow would be after Shadow. Okay, here's Sharp Comics. I thought they had a picture in here, but I don't see one. Huh. So Sharp Comics on the scarcity scale 1 to 10 are both 8s, 1 and 2. I'm not even going to show you because you can't, there's no picture in here. I thought they had a picture. But if you go anywhere on all the databases, they don't have a picture of number 1. So recently I bought this book, and I'll have to get the other volume now, do I? No. So I bought this book, and it alluded to the fact that this is probably the number 1 for Sharp Comics, which is lucky number 7. Because here it says Reed, Pioneer, Sir Galahad, Dick Royce, and many other features. None of them are in this book, but they all appear in Sharp Comics, which I did read. It's a great cover, horror, good girl, bondage, hero saving her. He's got a flamethrower too. Look at that flamethrower. Look at that. It looks like a rainbow vacuum cleaner or something. Look at the hose on that thing. So I paid $190. So I got the guy down like $30. Paid $194.58. So I think he wanted $200. I got him $175, but then shipping and tax. Dang, that shipping and tax really sucks. So let's look this one up in here. So supposedly this is the Sharp Comics number 1, which was really cool to find that out. And it has all the details to point to that. So let's look it up in here. Yeah, if you could track these books down, these are like the Sears catalog of comic books. Because when you start looking in here, I start getting on eBay, seeing if I can find this. And I've actually found a lot of books that appeared in here. Lucky 7. So this is actually a Gerber 6. But cool. Speaking of Lucky comics, there's a Lucky series in the Golden Age, and I happened to win number 1 off eBay for $10. It's missing the centerfold, but I've never seen another one for sale. And I bought this probably back in 2020 or 2019. Lucky Comics number 1. Doesn't that just scream Golden Age to you? And he's like, oh, wow, that is so cool. This scene doesn't even appear in the comic. But just to have and own and hold and smell a Lucky Comics number 1, guys, there's just like nothing like it. I hope I'm getting you excited to buy Golden Age books. I mean, just to hold, I haven't read this yet, but just to hold it, just to see it, just to come in after work, off the road, and walk in and see this on the shelf, and see this on the shelf, and see this on the shelf. And it's like all your troubles from the world just melt away. You get in here, you get your chocolate milk, your donut, your Oreos, whatever your preferred snack is. You get up on your chair and you start reading your Golden Age books. And there's nothing like it in the whole world. Sex is probably the one that comes the closest, if I can be frank. I know, it's like, I don't know, it's like right after like the COVID changed, I think there's a lot of things, a lot more databases popped up, like Cover Price. Then you had the Key Collector app, which when it came about, makes it so easy for people to say, oh yeah, so if this is a key, that's a key, and this is a key in the Golden Age. What other books around it are cool? And it's like, what is that phrase? The high tide lifts all boats. So now that we have access to quick information, sellers are like jacking prices up to everything. If it's golden age, then it's got to be worth money. James Gallegos, what's up, brother? I'll bet it's cold over there in New Mexico. We got a saying in our family. We got it from a comedy. It's just like we always go, what's the deal? Every time we hear the word New Mexico, we're like, what's the deal with New Mexico? So more books. I just got this one recently. I read it. Now, this is a book I passed on a couple years ago for $75 in a decent grade. And I've been looking for another one ever since. A lot of low grade ones came up, but I just wanted this book. I wanted like a higher grade book. So I did pay up for this, but I think for the price, I got a great deal for the condition. So here's what it was. It was $125. But of course, you got your tax, you got your shipping, comes out to $141. Really nice copy. They actually had a copy in my comic shop that had whiteout right here. And Jerry's like, go ahead and buy it. It was like $50. Whiteout's water soluble. You'll be able to get it off. But I was like, I just couldn't do it. But look at that. Look at that white smile. Fred McMurray right there. So what happens when you start collecting so many years, golden age, you start learning. You start, like I said, looking for the tropes. So that's more investable. Then you start telling yourself, I got so many comics. In order to keep you from buying everything, you say, okay, I'm going to buy higher grade stuff now. I'm going to add some investability to my collection so that down the road, if I have to sell or something happens, someone has to sell, there's actually money to be made off what I bought. But I'm a reader, I'm not a seller, but you got to have that mindset. You got to think about that stuff. It's unfortunate you have to, but I guess it comes with the territory. Like, here's some Marvel keys I brought out. I think I traded some box of comics for this or something. Anybody know the key to this? Key. Remember, we didn't even need that word key. Ohio is getting warmer. I got a weather alert right on my computer here. Anybody know the key to that? I don't even think I read this one. He had an $80 price tag on this thing, and I think I traded 2 long boxes of comics or something like that. That's the first solo torch in Marvel Comics. Jack Kirby cover, 1962, 1 year after the FF was introduced. For me, the Fantastic Four was, I mean, when I was a kid, Spider-Man was like, I had Spider-Man comics, but I didn't really read them at the time. I would cut them up and paste them in notebooks. But it wasn't until around the age of 12 that I started reading comics. That's when I started discovering John Byrne's Fantastic Four, and I was just hooked. And then I started going back looking for back issues, and that's when I found Kirby. What book is that? What's on the cover? Biggie has a nice collection. Oh, come on, camera. What am I looking for here? Okay, that's it. I got to move these books away from here. I thought I had a pre-code horror book in here. Oh, yeah. Let's look at this, baby. $300. So there was a seller on eBay. If I remember correctly, he had 2, maybe 3 EC books. And when I saw the price, they were all half price. Because what did I pay for this book? I didn't put it on here, but I think I paid $150 for this. You rarely see this book in this condition. I had to get him. I said that's an investable price right there, $150 on this book. And the other 2 were like $70. I don't know, the value of this book's probably around $500 in this condition, maybe. You guys tell me. I don't know. How to fix any part of your car. Oh, check that out. Check this ad on the inside cover. I read this. I don't remember it, though. So I have to reread it again. Yep, for a Silver Human Torch. Now, someone, or if I remember correctly, people are saying that this is the first John Romita work at Marvel. I love that corner. It's early corner box. Now, I did the history of the corner boxes on my channel. Steve Ditko was the one who came up with this idea. Approached Stan, said if we put that on there, our books will be more easy to see at the newsstand. And so Stan had him draw all the corner boxes, even on titles he didn't have anything to do with. First appearance of Royanya, something, right? Rovena, Roranya, Renslayer, Time Traveler, romantically pursued by Kang. I just love that early. I like that blue, the blue background. Whew, that looks so cool. Oh, okay. See, I never have like focus like that. I never have like I got to get this issue and then I go after it. I just try to find like I have fun like treating eBay as like a back issue bin. So this is one of my favorite Steve Ditko covers. And it has to do with the inking. I don't know who inked this. Whoever inked this did a fantastic job making it kind of stand out like 3D. Man, I can't believe it's 11 o'clock already. Ro, the monster from the bottomless pit. I haven't even read this yet. And I bought this 2.5 years ago. He picks up a bus and he throws it back down as he makes his way through the center of town. Godzilla. Just got this book. The New Golden Age. Sleestack. What's up? Oh, that was Mad number 4. I wouldn't mind having that book. That's a cool cover. I like it. Just picked up this baby. Never be afraid to lowball. So I just got a Major Fawcett book. The guy had 200 on it. I shot him an offer for 130. He didn't respond all day, so I sent a message. I said, hey, are you entertaining or considering offers? So he got back to me. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't access my eBay at work. And he said, well, I really wanted to get 150. How about we do 140? So that was only 10 more than I was asking. And that was 60 less than he was asking. So I said, send me the offer, baby. So I bought it, and it's on it. It's all in motion. Maurice Whitman cover. You got the torn blouse trope. Like how she has the branding iron over here by his face. Just picked up this one. This is one I've been wanting for a while, but I just didn't want to buy it off eBay. My LCS had it, and I got it for $20. Just a really cool. I thought it was a really cool cover. It's got that power dynamic. You can really feel the power of that tail and that rendition. Never really cared for Gene Colan's got these like big, heavy boots. They look like super heavy. They're always bigger than they should be. Clunkers. I read this. True Marvel action. Sting of the Scorpion. But if you really look at the art in here, if you were the Scorpion, man, you wouldn't be hauling that tail around. It's just so awkward. I mean, you might as well just carry a hammer. Then you'd be Thor, though. This is a cool one. He writes a victory song. See page 4. I haven't read this yet. A nice copy. I got this in a trade. Black box, silver, and bronze owed me some money. And I actually called him. If you haven't seen the story, so I called him. I'm on the road in Missouri. And he actually was moving to Tennessee. And he had to go to California to pick up his car. And he stopped at a comic shop. So I call him. And I'm almost to Little Rock. And I said, where are you at? He goes, I'm almost to Little Rock. And I'm like, what? I said, no way. He's like, yeah. I said, well, what mile mark are you at? I forget what mile. I was like 149. He goes, I'm at 146. And I'm like, this is so freaky. So I pulled over, and within 5 minutes, he pulled up right behind me. And he owed me some money, and he had a stack of books. And I said, hey, man, if you want to just pay me in comics, I'll take some of those. And he's like, sure. So this is one of the books I got out of the deal. I got a Ghost Rider #1 from the Golden Age, but it's missing the first page. All right, I'm going to show these little stacks here, and then I'm going to let you go. My brother-in-law, his birthday was today, and I said, hey, so I wanted to go to work tomorrow. I needed to drive halfway up to Alabama, meet someone, and come back because I got to make a delivery on Friday, so I got to be back tomorrow night. So I called the guys here at the shop. I'm like, hey, man, you guys want to come in at 3 and load the truck so I can get out by 5? And they're like, hell no, we ain't coming in. It's going to be raining. It's going to be 30 degrees. I'm like, okay, if you can't make it in, I'm taking the day off. So I called my brother-in-law. I said, how about if I take you to breakfast in the morning for your birthday? And he's like, heck yeah. So I'm taking him out to a great place called Breakfast Station. They got some great blueberry pancakes. So my cousin who lives with me. Oh, guys, I'm going to make an announcement soon. I'm doing a live show with my cousin. He collects celebrity photos of female actresses, and he's got a pretty extensive collection. So we're going to do a live stream. He's going to give a few of them away. I got to make a promo. We're going to probably do that here maybe next month. But my cousin, I let him rent out our master bedroom. His son, who's a vicar, got assigned a church here in Florida, and they're from Wisconsin. And him and his wife are about to have their first child. So my cousin wanted to be here for the birth. I said, hey, I'll rent you my room. And I guess I'm leading up to the fact that he's going to breakfast with me too tomorrow. There you go. Typer box art letters sometimes. What are you talking about? What does that mean? Typer box art letters. Okay, I picked this one up. When did I pick this up? Last year. Now, I seen this book, and this is what you get from like looking at Golden Age all the time. You see a book you've never seen, and you know that book is scarce because you looked at thousands and thousands of books and you've never seen that one. And I seen this, and I'm like, I gotta have it. Obviously, they were ripping off the Golden Age Ghost Rider. So as soon as I seen it, I researched the book. It's the last issue in the Jimmy Wakely series. This starts out in this series with a lot of photo covers, and then it goes to the last 6 issues of original art covers. And a lot of them have like a semi-good girl theme to them, so I've been after all of those. So the guy had $60. No, he had $70. I offered him $50. We met in the middle and we did some texting back and forth to find out that he was a fan of the channel, was glad to sell it to me. And this is one of the books. There's a few books in my collection. Every time I post them, everybody's like, I've been looking for that for years. So this is a really hard book to get. I can imagine being the last issue. The print run was probably super low. They knew they were going to cancel the book. They figured, hey, we're not going to sell a bunch of them. Let's not print a whole bunch of them. But it's the Phantom Brander. It's a Gil Kane cover. And I did read this one. And it's one of the probably the top 20 in my collection. Now, if you get into these early House of Secrets, I got a few of them. There's a few that have some really cool Good Girl covers. And I'd probably say beautiful girl covers. So this one has Cersei. He's got the merman on there. And I paid $37 for this off eBay. And this is Silver Age, early Silver Age. But there's just not a whole lot of these books around. I don't know who did that cover. Now, this book I bought for $10. It's a key, marble key. It had a lot of ink. Some kid took and scribbled circles in the white part of the comic. So I picked it up. I said, $10. They probably had it cheap because it had that ink on it. I said, one day I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to remove this ink. And about a year and a half later, I picked it up, I detached the cover, and took a paintbrush with a jar of water. I put a drop of dish soap and a drop of bleach and a paintbrush. And as I put this, I put it on top of a cutting board, a clear plastic cutting board, I held it under the running water as I took a paintbrush, and it just kind of went over the ink, and I almost got it all out. You could barely see it if you look close enough. But from far away, you can't see it at all. Obviously, the Black Panther prototype. So I've looked at a lot of books in 1.5 grades, and there's still people are asking like 50, 60 or more. So I don't know what this would probably 3.5, 4.0 maybe. I don't know. With that staining, could it get up to a 5? I don't know. But I paid $10 for it. That's why you practice, and so you're not afraid to pull some books apart and work on them. You can actually increase the value. Really cool cover, too. Nice. That's cool. For me, there's 2 books, there's 2 books I really leave a bitter taste because everybody wants them and they become like a trophy. That's New Mutants 98 and X-Men, Giant Size X-Men #1. And I get it. I get it why you guys want it. But for me, it's like, I don't know. I don't really care about it. I mean, if I could pick it up for $100, yeah, I'd pick it up. But people pay so much money for those books. You guys pay like thousands of dollars. And I can't see doing that. But I understand why you want it. I mean, he's a major key. He's a major appearances in it. I saw that one Jerry Jitterbug picked up for $300. But how low are you willing to go on the grade on it? I think I paid $12 for this. Or I think I paid $18 for that in Georgia years ago. First appearance of Mr. Fix-It. Salbashima, or Salbashima, however you say it. Patch. I don't think I've ever even read this book, and I've had it for probably 5 years. I think I need a new Mylar on it. This Mylar looks pretty old. I was going to say, I invested so much money in those Pro lines. They're like thinner Mylar, and I'm replacing them all because now after 2 years, they're wrinkling up. I remember I was looking for this book in a dollar bin. I said, I'm going to find this in a dollar bin. And I looked and looked. I think I did find it I found it for $8. So first appearance of Mr. Machine becomes Machine Man. But it's I love this series, and the Machine Man series is really fun too. I want to do a video of it's been on my radar to do a video on when Jack Kirby came back to Marvel and then why he left again. A really cool Kirby key book. Yep. And then this was an auction win. I think I won for $100. Tomb of Terror. Nice, good girl. Cheesecake. Superflex. Super Russ. Hey, Russ. Oh, I see you modified your icon there. Is it the Eradicator? What is that? Oh, you got your wrestling belt? Super Russ to the rescue. That's from 1952. Al Alverson cover. Some really cool horror. She's blindfolded. Then we're going to go with this. Dragon cover. Lost Worlds. I think this was a one-shot. Quest of the Chlorophyll Monster. Chlorophyll Monster. I have not read this. I paid $108. This has small restoration. It has color touch to it. Some kid used a black marker. I mean, it was an adult to fill in some of this top of this cover. I picked this up recently. This is probably a nothing to nobody, but I love this book. I haven't read it yet. I can't wait to read it. I remember when The Cat from Outer Space came out, they showed it at our school on a Saturday, and I paid $0.25 to go watch it. Plus the Shaggy Dog, man. Classic Disney 1970s. Just I had found this in my boxes out there, and this goes with the Golden Age, and it was in a Mylar. It was in a poly bag, so I had to put it in a Mylar. Cop with 100 Faces. Oh, let me show you this. So I was paging through it. Cyber Superman. Okay, my bad. Oh, look, we have that ad again. To fill your pen. But I was paging through this and it had a really cool ad in it. House of Mystery #1. Wanda was a werewolf. I wouldn't mind owning that book. I don't know. I thought about putting this in the giveaway box until I saw that ad for House of Mystery #1. Now I want to keep it. I got this for free. My LCS owner gave it to me with the books I picked up. He's always good. You know, I build a repertoire with these owners. And since I've been going there for years and I drop big bucks, every time I go in, they knock a lot of money off. They give me some free books. Just a cool Thor. What is this, 1970? I didn't have this issue. I needed it for the completion of the run. I picked up that one, and I picked up this UK edition of Amazing Spider-Man, first appearance of Arthur Stacy, the Prowler. I don't know why, but I think the Prowler is just so cool. The first appearance cover and this cover are really cool covers. It's got some kind of pole right there. Who knows what happened? Cool corner box. Just have these on the desk because I was planning to read that. Picked that one up recently. I dropped it, knocked this corner off the comic right here. Oh, it makes me so... Man, she's got some wide hips. CBS television show. Sergeant Bilko. I used to watch that 5 in the morning and when I get up for work. That and Topper. Yeah, she's got some wide hips. I don't know why I keep saying that. $3,000 to $4,000 for what? Oh, for the X-Men 1? Dang, dude. You know what kind of you could do with that kind of money for your family or your house? $4,000. If I have $4,000, I'm going on another cruise. I paid $4,000 for that cruise I went on. It was worth every penny. Hey, you remember Shaggy DA? Who was the actor in there? Wasn't he the one from 30 something? $4,000. Biggie, you could take your wife on a cruise. I just found this for $1. War #1. This brings back memories of when I first started collecting. I would find a lot of books like this in flea markets. It was just around the time that it would be a few more years that they would put them out in 3-packs over at Woolworths, Walgreens. What is this, man? Look at this. I got a corner to a comic cover. What else? What else? Those are glow in the dark. These are Five Below exclusives. And they actually have these ones here that have like metallic on them or something. See, they're harder to find. I got to go back and find those this weekend. I don't know which one to get next. I think I'm going to get the Santa Claus. or the Yukon dude. I would like to find these two. Or this one. What is that one? That might be the glow in the dark ones. Hermie. What about? Actually, I want to go back and find some of these too. They have a metallic one here. I don't remember the Eggo guy. Eggo waffle guy? I don't remember him. Cornelius. He was like the 1950s because when I grew up, they didn't use that rooster guy on for cornflakes. Oh, you're buying it as an investment for your family? Okay, a few more minutes. I'll get out of here. We want to congratulate Charla. She won this. So if you came in late, I got 4 more boxes full of 50 comics I'll be giving away as prizes on upcoming live shows. I gave this one away today. Charla answered the trivia question. What was the promotional product that did a series for Harvey that had I told T and F were the mascots. But anyway, she won that, so that'd be going to her. What else we got here, guys? Let's do a couple more Golden Age books. I think this is one of those ones that came from that seller I was talking about. This was $75 off eBay. The Seance cover. Decapitated head. I don't know what they call it. Biggie. We got, what do we got off the shelf here? We got Rocket, Captain Rocket. What's she doing? Pulling up her stocking? I always wondered what she's doing. I haven't read this one yet either. I wanted to soak this cover, but this book is just too fragile. I really hate this cover. I think he looks so dopey. What's going on down there? The Blue Beetle. Boy, I've never changed the Mylar. This came in this Mylar. I need to change this thing. It's dirty. I can tell I didn't change it because I got no info on the back. Thanks, Lyle. You need to come on and show your stuff, man. We need to get Lyle on here and show his Golden Age books. And I'm not lying to you. All right. A few more books. Then we got to go. Oh, I want to show these. I just got these. I love these books. They look so nice. A book like this, I would expect like all that webbing, creasing, and everything. But these are really pretty nice. It's got that classic platinum age Mickey look. I haven't even looked on eBay to see if they have any of those for sale. Oh yeah, I just picked this one up. Man, so happy to get that one in the collection. The Black Lamb, I think. The Black Llama. That's his name. The Black Llama. Don't I have it out there? Yeah. Oh man, I gotta put all these books away tomorrow. Here's the Black Llama. I have yet to get number one. Number one is, I waited and waited to get this one at 70. I gotta actually put this in a new Mylar. Look at that. This Mylar's probably been 4 or 5 years old. The Black Llama. We have Dear Lonely Hearts, Missing Centerfold. Paid $31 for that. It's got some Matt Baker art in it. Bernard Bailey cover. You got your cheesecake right there. That looks like the chick at the inauguration, Lauren something. Did you see the videos on that? They were talking about how Matt Zuckerberg and I forget who was behind him were just like staring at her boobs. Number 20, August 41. So his 19th appearance. Look at that big logo right there. Captain Marvel, 10 cents. Where are we at? Oh, we got time to show a couple more. Then we've got to go. Here's another one I haven't read yet. Pretty cool one. What else? I found this at a flea market years ago. I remember this is the creator of Captain Canuck, Lyle. And I showed this, and Meterock told me it's a very, very hard magazine to find. Star Raider and the Peace Machine. Richard Comley. So this is his says Richard Comley presentation, 1982. This was something I got for like $1.50, and I was going to give it for a prize. And then Roger's like, no, that's really a scarce magazine. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep it. I've yet to read it though, and I bought it almost 3 years ago. Just got this back from Jerry. He has one more book of mine I need to get back. The first appearance of Madame Mask is Exciting Comics with Black Terror. He still has. He said he was going to get it on my birthday, so we'll see. But he finished up this book with Schomburg cover. Doc Strange versus the Nazis. Catching that torpedo. Thrilling Comics. Number 18. And I'm going to end it with this. This is a book, another one. I've been looking for a second copy. What's up, Jesse? I already mentioned you already. There he is. There's the man. I've been looking for another copy of this forever since I bought this one. This one's missing centerfold, but it's, again, like I say, when you look at in Golden Age, like thousands and thousands of books, you just know when something's scarce. So I got this off my comic shop for $50, and it's got another trope. It's got a mermaid cover. I have never been able to find another copy of this. And it's really hard to find any info on it, too. So you got the Big Bad Wolf, You got the like a Cupid mermaid kind of guy. You got the mermaid. She's got legs. And the first issue is a different title. And they changed it to Nutty Life on this second issue. And then the third issue, they changed the title again till the end of the series. So this is actually a Gerber 7 from summer 1946. We'll leave it at that. Guys, I appreciate your support, hanging out. And it's time to go to bed. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm on the hunt. I don't have number 1. I'm looking for it in the wild. And I've looked at it on eBay many, many times, but I just want to find it in the wild. Adios. Adios. I like how you said that. Oh, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Sorry, Jesse. I've been on well over 2 hours now. And again, congratulations to Charla. And you guys stay warm. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate your comments, your support. Be on the lookout. Hopefully I'll do a video if I get a bug up my butt. All right, guys. Have a good night. Stay warm.